Good afternoon, World Wide Web. Happy Saturday. Oh, yeah, we're going to go here. PLBY. Is this what I think it is? I think it is. This is a special request from a user to do a quick analysis on this. We're just going to do it in real time. PLBY. Is this the Playboy people? Please tell me it's not. It's an American global media and lifestyle Oh, Hugh Hefner. Yeah. Playboy. We're going to oversee the Playboy magazine and related assets. Headquarters are in LA. The company is focused on four primary business lines: sexual wellness, style and apparel, gaming and lifestyle, and beauty and grooming. Yeah, I'm sure. Today, Playboy Group, together with its subsidiaries, engages in the development and distribution of content, products, and high profile events that embody both eroticism and fine art alongside wellness and apparel retailing. It is in the top 20 most licensed brands globally. This one's an icon, and this one, I don't know, it kind of stinks of opportunity too, because what a name brand. And sometimes these name brands, they get beat up for a while. I remember Chris Craft was the hottest boat back in the 1970s and 80s, and then they went out of business. And then 20 something years later, somebody bought the name Chris Craft and they started up Chris Craft again and made a fortune. They were an overnight brand name, and they bought the name for like nothing because it was expired for 10 years. But this is a household name. We'll start out there. Let's look at their stock performance before we get any clues. 6 months, this was a $3 jewel, and it looks like we just came down to $1.86. Ouch. A year ago, $7 jewel down to $1.86. 5 years, wow, up to 40, 50, 60, almost 80, almost hitting $80. Good Lord. Oh no, I'm sorry. That's $50. $50 highs. And when did that happen? Early 2021. Something amazing happened. Let's see what it was. It's lit up right below here. Playboy's new Big Bunny jet. Oh, they got a new Big Bunny jet. That's interesting. We're not going to wait for this one for long. Yeah, we're going to come back to this one. Oh, here we go. Load. Big Bunny jet signals stock and brand takeoff. What the hell? In the early 1970s, Playboy founder Hugh Hefner took the world by storm when he purchased a custom-made jet for $5.5 million. Served his Playboy mansion and corporate office at 35,000 feet. Who cares? Already, the stock is hovering near all-time highs. Playboy brand hits revenue record on first earnings report since public market return. Ooh, public market return. So somebody bought this thing private, and then they switched it back to public after it was public. And okay, it went from public to private to public, I'm guessing. That just sounds like a good quarter, and we're going to find out all about that one. That's going to be looks like first quarter of 21. I don't know if it's going to show us that independently. Ouch, on September, one-time cost, destruction, $364 million. This is quarterly. It looked like they fell a little bit. 51 million a quarter now. They're 200 million a year pace, down from 280 pace, down from 280, 90 pace, down from 280 pace. So pace 280, and then this month it went down. If it was seasonal, this would be down also. This was some kind of a problem. They lost $37 million last quarter, lost $10 million the quarter before, and here was the real destruction. You see it got a lot better. It's like they did some work. They trimmed. Did this get worse or better? No, it got worse. And then it got worse again. Worse and worse. That was not an improving situation. What happened in 2021? Oh, wow, they grew up. from 147 million to 246 million, and then for 2022, 266 million, more than ever, bigger losses than ever. What the hell is going on at Playboy? I guess we're gonna find out real quick. Balance sheet. All right, side up. Tons of assets in 2021. Sold them off in 2022. Reduced the overhead a little bit. Got rid of something big. Probably got a cash injection. Let's see. They've got $31 million. They've got some money. They only have 73 million shares outstanding. They could always get a lot more money diluting themselves, I suppose. Not a ton because the stock's not worth that much, and they would destroy it if they did that. When will they need money? Assuming they are bleeding. Let's go quarterly. The bleed is now the size of a quarter or 4 quarters, depending on what they want the bleed to be. The operating expense of $45 million is equal to their revenue. So, I mean, just the cost to keep the doors open is every penny they're bringing in. They can't make a profit like this. It wouldn't be possible. Not at all. And I think that's the reason why it's getting its head kicked in. So what are we going to need for Playboy to kick up revenue? I have no idea. Their Playboy channel is history. That was a thing of the 90s. I don't think people are buying Playboy magazines anymore. I think they're trying to turn into a lifestyle brand. And I think that's probably maybe their best bet. They're not going to sell the magazine. Nobody buys those. This news is really old news. Stock market today, stock rally. No, nothing. No play. They don't like putting out news. That's for sure. There's their balance sheet. They're still right side up, and they have 520 million. They have 150 million on credit cards. Okay, so that could take them another 4 year or 2 years at this pace, probably, or maybe another year or two. Between their credit lines and their cash lines, they've got plenty of time in there to make it. Now, what will they do to improve the revenue? Or will they find a way to fire half the people? I need to know where these operating costs are coming from. Hold on. Let me get back to the operating costs. Operating expense was 45 million for March. It doesn't switch up by date. Oh, yes, it does. Oh, look at that. 16 million for December. That was their operating cost when they almost made a profit. Their operating cost for March was wicked. It was 51 million. So something happened and they called it operating cost. And let's see what it was this quarter. This big loser. Was that operating cost? Nope. 45 million. That was a one-timer. The operating cost here, June of 2022, was 52 million. So their operating cost can be 52 million and their operating cost can be 16 million. They seem to have some flexibility capability to themselves. And that is wonderful. Because when shit starts hitting the fan, that just expanded their 2 years of existence into 8 years of existence. So when did they do the 16 million? Wasn't in March, but it was in December. Operating expense 16 million. So they are a lot more affordable than this is. I mean, they could do this. They could, I don't know whether this is sending staff home or closing a division, or did they open up another one in March to bring back the operating cost? If they did, maybe that'll be a source of new revenue that hasn't shown its head yet. Maybe it still has to rear up. What's in the works for Playboy? That's what we need to know. What is in their future? Is it a good idea or a bad idea? I think that's really what this boils down to. Um, if we have one more hurrah for Playboy in any media or any way that is meaningful and popular and mainstream as they can and should be, it could very well recover. If there is no great idea, this thing's not going anywhere. This thing's going to continue to putter along and be a crappy thing. Now, if they can bring in 55 million and have a $16 million operating cost, they were darn close to a profit here in December. They had a great operating cost, and they brought in $68 million. They might not bring that in again, but if they had that great operating cost, they'd at least lost half as much. Um, they need to bring back the great operating cost. I don't know. Let's find out what they just did. They just did something. Let me check the news real quick. I'll find out what's in the works and what they just did, because clearly they just jacked up their operating costs after cutting it. Hang on one second. Be right back. All right, everybody, I'm back. After a quick analysis of the news, I think I've got it figured out. This company has been acquiring other companies, mega. We're talking dozens of them. They've been buying lingerie companies and putting the Playboy logo on it and continuing to run the lingerie company. Now the lingerie is worth more because it has the Playboy logo on it. They've been buying out retailers, e-commerce, adult stores, adult store providers, lingerie companies, selling their own lingerie to retailers, or just sticking their name on it. They have made one acquisition after another, after another, after another. They are in probably 15 great places right now, and those 15 great places are really great places that they probably would fit perfectly. Playboy named name brand lingerie, panties, sex toys, all of that stuff. They're into it now. That's where all their cash has been going. That's why they've been bleeding so hard. That's what the problem is. When is the revenue going to turn around on all of this? I have no idea. They started these acquisitions in 21. Some of them they're just closing on, some of them they're just paying for or finishing paying for. But you're looking at an entirely new Playboy, you're looking at an entirely new plan. You're not looking at a magazine company anymore. You're looking at a dildo company. You're looking at a lingerie company. You're looking at a little bit into the sexual wellness category. They bought a couple of companies that are into that. Sexual properties online, couple of those. They're getting their foot in the door all over the place on this industry, and this is a huge industry, and they are the name brand for it. And it's very fitting that this would be their play, and I like it. I don't think there could be a better play where it could be such a sure thing than to stick their name brand at every mall in the country. And that's what's happening right now. And I think we're going to start seeing some improvements, or it's very damn likely. Um, when you go read the news on all of their acquisitions, see if you like them or not. And if you like them, um, this company is capable of running at 16 million a quarter. Um, yeah, they're here for at least a year or two, maybe 4 or 5 years. Their acquisitions are going to start paying them shortly. I'm sure it's already becoming a part of their revenue. This was an epic collapse for a while because of the losing the magazine, losing the channel. The acquisitions actually made their volume go up, but then they had to pay for all of these acquisitions. So these are investment lines. These are, we just bought a bunch of crap lines, and that crap they had to buy created the bigger blue line. This is how they grew up, by buying stuff. That's how they got their revenue up. This is the proof of the success of these acquisitions. Now that the exact acquisitions are paid for, or getting paid for, they're getting a lot closer and closer to the money. This was a down quarter. I don't know why. Maybe, I'm not even going to guess. Maybe women didn't do more or less. They probably had to pay, maybe the people are cutting back on this lingerie. Um, Maybe not. Here was them paying off some more of their crap or doing another acquisition. They have been acquisition happy and they have been booming revenue happy. And that's what's going on with the stock. They're going to continue making this company bigger until they stop, and that's going to be the new size of the company. And then the profit line is going to be nice. They're not going to have to be buying the company. This is them buying companies. This is them investing. This is them taking on new staffs at these new companies, increasing the operating cost, and then combining the staffs probably or running them more efficiently. I love this business. This one's going to make it. I got a strong feeling. You're not done with Playboy yet. Once they're done buying their new stuff, they're going to just collect from their new stuff. And they're going to be able to collect a lot from their new stuff. Playboy, I'm going with a full buy on this one. It's not going anywhere for a couple of years. Buy a little bit and buy more if it comes down, and buy more if it comes down. And I think you're staring at a $5-6 stock here rather shortly. Before I put my foot in my mouth, let me just see how diluted they are, and we'll wrap this video up. 73 million shares outstanding, not many at all. This company can bring in that much money. They might be able to. Let's see how they're doing now. On the last report, one more time. They're pacing $2 billion, half a billion for the year, and that's let me see here. Oh wait, that's the balance sheet. Sorry guys. Yeah, and their revenue rising, 266 million, up from 246. Their pace still at 200. Their pace here was at 180. Their pace is falling. That's concerning. Why is their pace falling? Are some of these businesses not doing the same revenue? Or is revenue being affected because of the halt in production during the conversion? There could be a lot of reasons. A slow production, long time conversion to acquire these new companies, paying them off, consolidating, a lot of mistakes along the way. A lot of things could happen. But the upside for this company just got really big. I think you're going to really like the combination of the Playboy logo with the new products that they bought. And instead of just co-branding themselves, they went out and bought the damn lingerie, which I really like. Now they can make it in China for 10 cents and sell it to women for $49.95. You're going to see some good things coming out of Playboy, and people are going to be attracted to that name brand. Women will, because they want to be the Playboy girl. And I know men, everybody thinks it's a man thing, but women dig that logo too. It says I'm a Playboy bunny. That's just kind of what it says, and it carries a higher value than something that doesn't have that logo. Household name. Look at what they bought. Type in Playboy acquisitions into Google, and you'll just see a whole slew of it. And well, that's what happened. That's the story. And no, they're not going anywhere. And yes, this will work. And yes, we will have a recession. And after that, everything will be wonderful. And women will be back to buying their Playboy panties by the dozen. Take care and have a wonderful day. Please like the video and subscribe. We'll catch you on the next one. I'm James. We'll see you later. Have a happy Saturday.